I had an amazing day. I could not wait to get back at the end of my day now and do another video. I wanted to share just what an amazing day I had and how my day, the reason it was amazing because I made 3 new friends, and I love people. I love meeting new people. That is, and the people that I met, I'm not going to mention their names, but they were welcoming, they were loving. I've said before, I know where there's love and where there's not. There was plenty of love, and I had, wow, yay, a blessed day. It was great. And I think that it is, like I said, I love to see love. I love to see love. I love to feel it. Most of all, I love to give it. That's something that I've explained a couple of times, which is I know who loves me. Okay. God loves me first and foremost. I love me. Okay. Now I know in my life that's wonderful. However, we're only promised ourselves in lifetime. You know, death, I've said, is just as much a part of birth as life. I'm first and foremost because I will live with me for the rest of my life. That just makes sense. We develop relationships with others. However, we enjoy. Those are people we enjoy. Those are people however, if we were to suffer a loss, which it's a loss every time we lose someone, of course it is. When you understand how wonderful and important we actually are, then you will. I feel like I know I have appreciate life in another person's life just as much as my own. And I realize that we live. I've said dog eat dog world, and I get it. Today's day and age, we're brought up to not do a lot of trusting and to be careful, and we should be careful. Okay, we should be assertive. We should be careful. And in being assertive and being careful, trust your gut. We don't have to do anything we don't want to. We shouldn't be doing anything that we are not comfortable with by any means, because our life is important. And for someone to ask more of it, that our life is just as important as the next person, any person. There's not a hierarchy. We have put a hierarchy up there, which when you think about it, that's really not a hierarchy. I tell a lot of my friends and family, and anyone that I'm helping or sharing with, that if you are not wealthy, be thankful for that. Okay, read the Bible and be thankful that you don't have a lot. And if you'll notice, those that don't have a lot are most giving. We shouldn't be hoarding up treasures. There's a reason for that. I'm not going to get all into that right now. Just because I feel like that needs to be a video of its own. This is just me sharing. None of this is scripted, and I just speak as I feel it. I hope that you see that it does come from the heart, because that's exactly where it comes from. I say all the time, my heart is the most beautiful thing about me. When we're all different, we all have different personalities. That's wonderful. Diversity is beautiful. If we're not all supposed to fit in the same box. That's not the way we were created. You are your own unique self. That's why, hello, and that's scientifically proven. But I'm getting comfortable. Yeah, I'm not a pro at this, as you can tell. But guess what? I'll get better. Because that's what we do. We get better. We learn how to do things. We do it and get better. And that's the only way that we do. You have to motivate yourself, though. I do want to talk about, I say the gifts that I have been given are from God. True. I always want to give glory to God, because we have nothing without God. And this is my belief, so for me, I have nothing without God. I'm not ever alone. I say that. I can't say that enough, because I'm not ever alone. I don't ever want to be alone ever again in my lifetime. I think I discussed that with someone the other day. I'm never alone. That it would be scary to me, because that would mean that I am without God, and that I don't ever want that to happen. I remember, my heart is the best part of me. Where there is no love, God does not dwell. Where there's no God, there will be no love. That you can't have it. Love is a big topic, because in reality, everything has to be taught to us. We're born knowing that everything has to be taught. We have various methods, ways, the World Wide Web of instruction, from relatives or parents, schools, any memberships, clubs that we go to. There are, especially when we're children, there are several role models in our life, whether they want to call themselves role models or not, because children are always watching. That's why I say, hey, listen, you that's what you need to think about. You need to think about, for me as a parent, now, have I always been this wonderful that I say, no. Okay. Have I always been worthy? Yes. Have I always known that I was worthy? No, I have not. This is not an overnight process. It's a continual working on you every day. My heart was, and I hope always will be, I want to be better and better and better, and I want to be perfect like my Father in heaven. And perfect, by perfect, what I mean is my heart. I want my heart to be His heart. I want my heart connected to His heart at all times. But that comes with a lesson too. And what the relationship that we can have, the spiritual relationship that we can have. I know for me with my God is love, and that relationship 100% is about love, and we don't maintain the relationships of people around us that we can touch and feel. So how well do you think that we maintain the relationship with a spiritual being? That has to be learned as well. That has to, once again, practice makes perfect. That's no lie. That's true. There's a lot of things I could get into. I just want to be able to do a video every night. And I want to, I would like for everybody to comment and say, well, I want to hear more about this, or, hey, go back, back to that. Remember, I'm an expert in human behavior, mental health, and substance use, and I'm more than happy to share my spiritual beliefs and how that benefits my life and what I do. But you guys, tell me what you would like to hear more about, or if you have a question about something, I would love to hear that. And I'm forgetful. There's a lot of stuff that goes through this brain on a daily basis, and another thing that I do is, as you grow that relationship, you're going to be in the Bible more, and you're going to realize that those words are exactly as they are and as they read. And if it says live each day as if it were just that day, then do that. And that includes, my rent's due, and well, I didn't worry about that's that had nothing to do with my day. God's going to take care of me. That's okay. But today my day was exactly as I was led to do, and I didn't have those worries. I didn't. No, I lived today as if today were the only day. And I look forward to tomorrow to do the same thing. That doesn't mean, I don't want you to get me wrong and say, oh, so neglect responsibility. It's not, you don't neglect something by not worrying. If we have what we tell ourselves is what we believe. And I can promise you, we have lied to ourselves about many things and continue to do so. When I say the best thing you can do is ask yourself, why anything? That'll help you. But I love my mind. I cherish it. It's wonderful. I think it's beautiful. It's brilliant. That irritates some people for me to speak so well of myself. It shouldn't, because I would speak that well of you. As you know what I'm saying? I would, that goes back to how we treat one another, and how there's a huge difference in being ugly and bragging. But it's okay if, like I said, be something to be proud of. And it's okay to say, hey, let me help you, because, I want to do this. I want to share with you. I'm not trying to do harm in any way or encourage anything other. If you don't have to listen, I'm not saying these are just helpful things that I feel like, I know that I am to share. I am to share my bubble, how I came to have my bubble, how I live in my bubble, the beauty of emotion and logic being balanced and able to work well together and not take over. But I do want to hear, I'm going to be, what goes through my mind daily is a lot. I'm all about human behavior from top to bottom. So I'm constantly looking at people, but not to be ugly, but because that's what I do. That's what I do. I feel like it is my responsibility to be the best, because I ask to be the best. And that doesn't mean, I just sit back and do nothing. No, that's me actively. It's my heart. It's actively working to do better and better and better, and not for fame or fortune. Because if I have it, it goes out. It flows. Remember, I read that scripture, and I know it is exacted as I give it to you. You must. I do. I'm a great tipper. And I say, if God gives it to me, he knows I'm going to share it. That's why he gives it to me. It's not for me to hoard. That's not how I live my life. I live my life for God. That's what I want to do. And I get better and better and better daily. And now I'm sharing, which is something that I've needed to do and I've known for a while, but sometimes we don't listen. And there's something else that we do because I've done it. Remember, I speak from experience, letting you know this is my journey that I'm sharing, that I want to share, that I should have shared long ago. But sometimes we are scared, the insecurities we have, or there's so many. But when I say, do I have insecurities? Yes, I have insecurities. My insecurities are probably going to, I can tell you what they are. I'm insecure about this. I'm insecure about, am I going to do it good enough for God? Is it going to be right? Is this, am I going to be able to withstand anything that, any comments or anything that's good, there are a lot of insecurities. However, those insecurities I'm well aware of. So I take that in consideration and I pray about them. But I do not allow them to, I can't say I do not. remember, we get better, we get better. There are times that we will ask God for something and He gives it to us. And then it's like, we ask for this and now we just don't want to do it. Now we're scared. That happens. Happens to me. And it shows. That's another wonderful thing, is I'm more than happy to say what my faults are, say what where I could have done better, and I'm more than happy for somebody to say, "Hey, listen." Well, like if I've intimidated, if you feel no, I haven't intimidated. I have been approached and said, "People are intimidated by you." Well, I know that if I were intimidated by someone, that would be my problem. And there would be a reason for that intimidation. I don't have that. And I know that someone else's intimidation of me, I know for a fact that's all with them. Not my fault, not my problem at all. I can see how you would tell me, like, as a supervisor, you would want to come tell me that some people are intimidated by me. And here's what doesn't make sense to me. When you tell me that, I know what field I'm in. You don't realize that that doesn't make any sense. I should not be reprimanded because someone is intimidated by me. You know what should happen? What should happen is, when that person says they're intimidated by me to the supervisor should say, well why? Because when she speaks matter-of-factly, because she's assertive, because she's strong, because she doesn't back down, because you're trying to bully. You're intimidated because you have insecurities. So if you're intimidated by another person, you need to ask yourself, why? Now, if that other person is a bully, back to bullies, I get it. You're not intimidated by that person, okay? You're flat out scared of that person. We do not love what we fear. That does not ever happen. That goes back to, I just have to tell you exactly as it came to my mind, was when talking to people, I'll let them, Hollywood would have us believe that demons, evil, the devil, Satan, anything of that would be something ugly and scary that we would run from. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. That's not true. Watch those things and think nothing of them, because let me tell you what evil is. Where there is no love, God does not dwell. Where God does not dwell, where there's no God, no love can be found. Ted Bundy, that is demonic possession. Charming, what society would deem attractive, just draw you in. Why would they want to draw you in? They want to be beautiful. Why would there be something scary? What you fear, what you're scared, you do not love. Let me tell you, I do not love spiders. Somebody could take me out with some spiders, I'll tell you that right now. Well, you couldn't, only God can take me, but, you could scare me for certain. I don't love spiders. No, I'm scared of them. Yes, I'm scared. Yeah. Do I know why? Yes, I do. Have I tried to work on it? Yes, and continue. However, I am still scared of spiders. Okay. Another thing, I'm all about, what I'm trying to do more than anything is open the eyes. Mental health means something. God and spirituality means something. We all mean something, and we should mean something to each other more than we do. But I want to spread the word, get it out there. I want to answer questions. I want to speak on topics that you ask about. Situations. You have a situation, throw it out there. I will post an email address, and it will be confidential. do not do that. That's I have a great reputation in what I do. I am an expert. My reputation is everything. I'm not. That's why I work hard to do each and everything that I do, and spread love and show others how to do better and take into consideration others that are being ugly. I take into consideration, yes, they were hurt too. Everybody needs this. This is not just for, this should be for everyone. We should have been teaching this long ago. This should be in schools. We have physical education in schools. Now we have EA Sports. And however, you'll scream, we need to do something about mental health, all these school shootings. I don't want to hear that shit. That gets my goat severely, and here's why. No, either you put it in schools. I've even offered to write the curriculum, to get a team together. You put it in schools or nothing. It's going to keep doing the same thing over and over. The World Wide Web has opened our eyes to more goings-ons, right? And when I say that, 1976 was the year I was born. I don't mind saying my age. I'm 46. In 1976, there was a school shooting. But in 1976, the only place that would probably know that was around that area. I don't know. But we couldn't just right now, if we want to know what's going on anywhere, we just search. But in 1976, there was school shooting. So in 46 years, remember I said we don't get better. We actually gradually get worse until we do something about it. I would say it's not rocket science. But maybe that's why I pat myself on the back so much, because, girl, you got it going on. That makes perfect sense. Why does nobody else know that? You share it. I'm sharing it with you. Hello. 46 years ago, there was a school shooting. I think just one. I don't know. Google it. How many school shootings? Just Google. You know what? Just Google that. I'm not starting a cult, okay? No, this is information that just makes sense. I can tell you where I get it. I can show you. But I am getting more confident in doing these. Just letting you know, I'm never alone. I love you all. Mwah.